So, the 16th chapter of the Quran, it's called the bee. And that's pretty incredible when you think about it. In this explainer, we're going to dig into why this tiny creature gets such a central role and what it reveals about the chapter's biggest ideas. Okay, so let's just get right to it. Why a bee? I mean, of all the creatures in the world, why is this one so special that it gets an entire chapter named after it? Well, the answer to that question, it's kind of the key to unlocking the whole message of the surah. So, to figure this out, we're going to walk through 5 key themes. We'll start with signs in the natural world, then zoom in on the bee itself, look at the big debate between one creator versus many idols, explore the 2 paths of gratitude and denial, and wrap up with a really powerful command for justice. Okay, first up, signs in the natural world. The chapter kicks off by basically telling us, hey, look around you. The idea is that everything we see isn't just random. It's more like a gallery full of signs, and all of them are pointing to one single, compassionate creator. And where does it start? With something so basic we barely think about it, rain. The text frames it as this incredible gift, It gives us water to drink and makes everything grow. It's literally the foundation of all life. Then the focus shifts to animals, to livestock. And what's really cool here is that it's not just about, oh, we get food from them. It's about everything else they give us. Warmth from their wool, materials for clothing, and even, as the verse points out, the beauty they add to the world. And of course, there's the sea. It's another one of these massive signs of provision. You've got food, you've got beautiful things like pearls. It's a highway for travel and trade. It's this whole world designed to be a benefit for us. And it just keeps piling on from there. The text points to the rhythm of night and day, the sun and moon and stars all following their paths, the incredible variety of colors you see on Earth. It's all presented as this beautiful, intricate system with a real purpose behind it. And here's the kicker, the point that gets repeated over and over. All these amazing things in nature, they're not just there for us to use up. They're actually invitations. They're telling us to stop for a second, to think, and to really reflect on where it all comes from. Okay, so after setting this huge cosmic stage with all these big signs, the chapter does something amazing. It zooms way in, right down to its namesake, the bee. And this is where it makes its most powerful point. The bee is held up as this perfect little model of divine guidance in action, like a miniature example of how the whole system works. And this is just incredible. Look at how this is broken down. The bee's life is described as a series of inspired steps. It's guided to build its home, to find food from all the different fruits, to follow these specific paths that its Lord lays out for it. And what's the result? It produces something that brings healing to people. That's a pretty amazing purpose. So you see what's happening, right? All this evidence, from the stars in the sky to the tiny bee, isn't just a nature documentary. It's all building up to the central argument of the chapter. And that argument is a really stark, really logical comparison. And it comes in the form of this incredibly powerful question. Is he who creates like one who does not create? It's a direct challenge, asking you to think, how can you possibly put the creator of this entire amazing system on the same level as, well, anything else, especially things that can't create anything at all? Yeah, and this lays out the contrast perfectly. On one hand, you have the creator, the one who makes everything, who gives life, who provides for everyone. And on the other hand, the idols are shown to be the complete opposite. They're created themselves, they're lifeless, they have no power. The difference is just huge. It's meant to be obvious. So, with all these signs and this big argument laid out, the chapter then turns to us, to human beings. And it says, okay, you've seen the evidence, now you have a choice. There are basically 2 ways you can respond, with gratitude or with denial. And the text draws a really clear line in the sand between these 2 paths. Choosing gratitude leads you down a road of doing good and ends with a promise of peace. But choosing denial, which is linked with arrogance, that leads to injustice and comes with a serious warning about the outcome. And this verse, wow, it really sums it up. It basically says, try to count God's blessings. Go ahead, try. You can't. They're infinite. So gratitude isn't just a nice thing to do. It's the only logical response. But then right after that, there's this incredible reminder of forgiveness and mercy, acknowledging that, we're human. We mess up. So what's the point of all this? Thinking about nature, thinking about God, where does it actually lead? Well, the chapter doesn't just leave you hanging with abstract ideas. It brings it all right down to earth with a super clear, practical guide on how we should live with each other. And this verse right here is known for being one of the most all-encompassing ethical statements in the whole Quran. It's like a blueprint for a good society, laying out exactly what we're supposed to do and what we absolutely have to avoid. So it's not just a feeling inside. The chapter lists these core principles out. It's about actively upholding justice, being good to people, taking care of your family, keeping your promises, and standing up against oppression. This is what faith looks like in action. It's the doing part. And finally, the chapter ends with this really beautiful piece of encouragement. It recognizes that, hey, trying to be just and good, it's not always easy. It takes patience. But, and this is the key part, it says your patience doesn't come just from you. It's a struggle that God actually helps you with. It's this final promise that if you're trying to be mindful, if you're trying to do good, you're not alone. That support is with you.